Hello.
Hello.
We're just checking the Facebook live stream right now. But hello, can you all hear us and see us? Wow, there's a lot of people on. That's great.
You can't hear me. Can you? I hear
2 participants raise their hand. Okay, can you let us know if, okay, yes, thank you, Helene and Loretta. We are just preparing the Facebook Live.
Why don't you go out and click it again?
Or it seems to be spinning on Facebook Live. So just give us a second here. Yes, you can go ahead and welcome them in, Marilyn.
Welcome. Trust us, we did not plan our wardrobe.
I did. She said she was wearing red, so I want to be like Marilyn, you know, don't you?
No, not necessarily. I would say log out of
Let's try this one more time. Go ahead and talk, Marilyn, while we try to get a Facebook live stream up.
We will. We're going to give you the facts as we know them right now, and then we're going to give you some spaces to go that you can accommodate and that you can get facts. Everything is possible. And everything is possible. And then we're actually going to have a channeling with Adironnda with a Q&A. So thank you very much.
Wow, Mexico, Colorado, Italy, Netherlands. That's awesome.
That's great. Delaware.
Asheville, West Virginia. Is anybody on Facebook?
Dallas.
Also?
If you're on Facebook,
also.
We've got somebody monitoring Facebook, although we're not on Facebook yet.
We're trying to get live on Facebook. Let me check with Rhonda. If you want to go ahead, Marilyn, I'll troubleshoot this.
So the thing, there's British Columbia, Venezuela, New Mexico, Florida, Orlando, Minnesota, Anchorage. This is wonderful. You know, I'm just absolutely thrilled. Farmington, I can't pronounce that place where you are in Canada, Puerto Rico, Dallas again, Canada, Alabama,
Pennsylvania, Ann Arbor,
Quebec.
This is awesome.
England.
You know, I mean, this is truly, this whole coronavirus is truly affecting the entire planet. You know, it has made us a citizen of the universe, hasn't it?
Yes, Branson, Missouri. So you're still spinning there.
Yeah, well, we may have to put the link into Facebook. So just go ahead because I'm working with Rhonda right now.
So if you have anything else open on your machine and you're live with us on Zoom, you'll want to close everything down except for the window that you're working with and that we are on. And happy spring. This is our background here. A good spring background. Oh, we've got Australia. The Australia conclave has come in. And we've got Toronto, Pennsylvania, Arizona. You know, the thing that you will want to do, we will have Q&A later with Adironnda. If you are on us with this Zoom, you can put your questions in Q&A box instead of the chat window, because the chat window scrolls, so it moves. San Diego, Cucamonga. I just want to say that. Cucamonga, California, Wichita, Kansas. Hello, Kathleen, Ontario.
Okay, so it's not on Facebook. So let me, Jenny, if you're on, could you make sure that Rhonda gets the Zoom link? For some reason, I'm not sure what's happening, but we want to go ahead and post it on our Facebook page, and they can come over here and join us on Zoom.
So
okay, we'll do.
It's not. Yeah.
Oh, she's got it. Okay, she's listening. Okay, we'll have to continue as is, and we'll keep posting because we can get those people from Facebook over here.
Do we max out at a certain number?
No. Oh, we max out at 1,000, so we're good. So let's just go ahead and.
So there's no option now to do. It's still preparing.
Yeah, I think it's a bandwidth issue right now. So
a bandwidth on Facebook. We have maxed out Facebook. Actually, at this moment, we know other people that are doing something live on Facebook.
Hi, Lynn and Sherry and Sally and Diane and Chris. This is awesome. Yeah, people still coming in. This is really great. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. We were hoping to go live in Facebook, and we're still trying. I mean, I'm going to let it spin in the background, but it doesn't seem to be connecting. So, so welcome to a special broadcast, a live Q&A with Adironnda, Marilyn, of course, and I'm Joy Roby, and I'm hosting this along with Marilyn, who will bring in, if you're new to us, Marilyn channels a being from the 17th dimension named Adironnda, and he's a spokesbeing for a council of masters that once walked the planet. And we decided that it might be a good time to ask Adironnda what's going on right now. And we also want to really have this be a focus on the positive. There are so many amazing things happening in the world right now. There's a lot of good. And we don't want to get into conspiracy theories or anything like that. That doesn't, you know, regardless of what you believe or even what we believe, I'll do that in a second. Regardless of what we believe, people are being affected by this all over the world. It's affecting their incomes. Some people are in the hospital or have loved ones that are in the hospital. Some people have had loved ones die, you know. So whatever your belief is about this, this is not what this webinar is about. This webinar is about seeing a more universal galactic perspective from Adironnda, getting some input from what they see. And it's also an opportunity for all of you to participate with our community online. You know, we would love to have you type into the window anything that you're doing, any changes you've made in your life that are positive, to be of service, to be a light, you know, in amongst all of this. We would like to also encourage you to get your own information. There's a lot of false information out there right now. I read the news every morning, which is not like me, but I'm very careful to make sure that I'm reading credible news sources. And you can too. There's a lot of news sources out there right now that normally charge, like The Economist and like Medium.com and the New York Times, the Los Angeles Times, the Washington Post. Right now, I think they all offer free information on the coronavirus. Also, you know, don't feed into the rumors, especially like what's happening in your area. You can go to the CDC or you can go to WHO, the World Health Organization, and you can find out for yourself. Get your own information, because there's a lot of information going on right now that just doesn't need to be out there. And we can make it a point to spread really good news. So with that, I'm going to just let you know that we are live streaming and we are trying to get on Facebook. As soon as I get off here, I'll troubleshoot it again. And oh, this is awesome. Yeah, there's some links on the chat window that are linked to free things that you can do from home. And I know Marilyn and I will also be offering some as well. And our events are going to be live streamed. You know, we are going to deliver the same great information that we've delivered in the past live in cities all over the world. But for now, we will be live streaming. We've been working really hard on getting a good quality, different than what you're watching right now, a really good quality live stream up. We've got professional equipment being shipped out to us. We're working with professional videographers and live streaming professionals, and we're super excited about it's caused us to really take a look and improve on what we're doing. So how is this working in your life? Are you finding ways to improve, and are you finding new ways to communicate with your loved ones? I know I have a date online tonight.
If you're going to date, you might as well date online.
Yeah, you know, and I couldn't see my boyfriend because he was planning on coming out this week, and I couldn't see him because of the travel mandate. And so I asked him out on a date online tonight, and he sent me flowers this morning. It was so cool. So, you know, there's so many things that we can all do. I am just going to tell you that if you are live streaming, which requires quite a lot of bandwidth. So please make sure that you have everything else closed out on your machine. You don't even need a browser window open at this point. Zoom works in its own browser. And if you experience any freezing, 11:11.
Okay, so this is our 11:11 sort of a mantra that at 11:11 a.m., Adironnda has always said that that's a time that is an instant snapshot of your thoughts. We did that in the beginning. Adironnda rekindled it a couple of months ago before any of this happened. And so they were kind of seeing into the future. So what we're doing is we're placing our hands in the prayer position at your forehead, which is the highest honor that you can give anyone. And you can say whatever you want to say. However, what we're going to do right now is just take a deep breath. And take another deep breath. We are so thankful for all of the thought-filled leaders of this planet. We are so thankful for the wisdom to see through anything that no longer serves our highest good and see that which is in our highest good. We are so thankful to be light beings. So we bring the light at the highest vibration possible for us. We give thanks for ourselves, the people of this planet, and the planet itself. If you have anything to add, Joy, please do.
I think that was really beautiful. Thank you.
And then move your hands to the face in the prayer position. Take a deep breath. We give thanks for all of our communication. We give thanks that all of our communication with ourselves and with others is moving through the cosmic Christ consciousness level. That is the conscious level of love, that it will be direct and filled with love and anchoring in the information and energy of truth always being communicated to us and from us. We give thanks for this intention, and we also give thanks for the great Mother Earth. Breathe into that. Then move your hands to your heart level. We just give thanks for the love that is within us. We give thanks and know that it is ever expanding, that it is radiating out beyond us, connecting our communication centers with our crown centers, the oversoul, the soul star chakra. We just allow all of our being to become and be and stay in perfect divine balance. From the level of our heart, we boost our immune system. And we radiate that boost out. We give thanks for our heart and how diligent it just continues to work. We give thanks for the people of this planet, our friends, our relatives, all people, knowing that they are striving to be safe and logical. We give thanks for this planet and its support holding us up, strengthening our resolve to be good citizens of this planet. Then place your hands in gratitude over your heart. Breathe into just the feeling of gratitude for where you are and what it is that you are doing. And so it is. We're doing that every day at 11:11. We do it online on Facebook. And if you want to join us, you're welcome to. 11:11 Central Time, not necessarily in your time zone. However, if you do it at 11:11 in your time zone every day, then what you get the opportunity to see or sense is that at 11 minutes after any hour, because the time zones change, that it will be every hour on the hour, or every hour at 11 minutes after the hour, to be that instant snapshot of your energy. And that's really what we're looking to have. That's really what we are holding the planet and holding the energy and holding the vibrational frequency of 1111 going on right here, right now, as we speak. So, congratulations for that. We've just experienced our first mass one with probably close to 1,000 people online with us.
And
so,
happy spring equinox.
happy spring equinox. And she's the equinox, I'm the equinox.
Potato, potato.
Yeah, and to know that in this, with that energy, what you're experiencing is, if you feel a little anxious, as we probably all do, that you're sensing that from the planet and the people of this planet beyond your physical space. So the first thing to do is to start with the facts. You know, we are going, as Joy mentioned, on Apple News, which has a variety of sources. The facts as we know them are changing momentarily, are changing day by day. All of the links to those have been posted in the chat window. If you are on Facebook, they will be posted in Facebook. Did we get live on Facebook yet?
No, but Rhonda is redirecting people here, and if it goes live, I'm still trying.
And you know, to know that with this connection, the facts as I know them, and I've not verified anything, but the facts as I know them is there's an incubation period of up to 10 to 14 days. The last few days of the incubation period, you may possibly be contagious, even though you may not have any symptoms. That's the part that is a little bit disconcerting, because you may not know that you've been exposed, and you may not know that you are carrying that virus and maybe spreading it to others. There's not a clear, defined statement saying that you are contagious at that point in your progression, but if there's a chance, that's why we say stay home.
Yeah.
Work in your plants.
Yeah.
Play your games online. Clean out your drawers. What else would you like to share?
There's a whole bunch of suggestions in the chat window if you go back and look of what different people are doing. And you know, I think it's really, this is a great time to work on yourself. This is a great time to, you know, catch up on your reading. It's kind of a gift when you think about it, because what is the number one thing people say they don't have enough of?
Time.
You know, and yet here we are. I know a lot of people are still working. I don't want to diminish that. But you know, like I'm looking around the house going, I think I'm going to reorganize that closet there. I haven't had time.
You know, and we really honor those that need to work, need to work outside of the home because they work in the healthcare industry, or they work in a grocery store, or they work somewhere else that provides necessities, things that you absolutely have to have. I know, as I was meditating the other day and I was asking for who is, because several people have said, well, it's the Democrats that are behind this. Well, it's the Republicans that are behind this. And I
It's
thought,
the Chinese.
I think it's actually Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon, because how many things have you now ordered from Amazon to be delivered to your home?
Yeah.
And really the thing is that at the first of the month, before it had gone as big as it has, Adironnda said that this is a caution. This is a caution to pay attention to. They said that you don't want to start a panic epidemic of panic, but you want to be smart and logical. And not very many people paid attention to that. Now, what we're finding is there is no antibiotic or no cure for this at this moment in time. They are working on that, but it is not definitively proven. You might start your.
Let me see if I could live stream. Well, no, I can't do that. We can't troubleshoot it in this moment.
So if somebody else on,
Yeah, Rhonda's there. She's redirecting.
Jenny or Rhonda,
Yeah.
you want to live stream this or try it from your end, please do. The thing that we know is that the best option is to just stay home. I'm looking into what kind of games, card games, or I'm not a video game player. I'm not a game player online with other people, but I'm wondering, can I set up my iPad and point it on the table and play a game like 10,000 or Bones, or I don't know how you would play cards, but let's see what we can do online and still maintain our friendships and still maintain the things that we're communicating with. Remember, we are the light, and we are carrying that energy of the light. So other facts that we know.
Well, one thing that I want, to point out is that a lot of the panic is based upon the numbers that we think we might hit. Like there's a chance we could run out of hospital beds and stuff like that. We have to keep in mind that those are modeled numbers. It's not to say that they're not real or not, but they're being modeled so that our government and our healthcare industry can make some decisions about what if, right? And in those modeled numbers is where we see the curves. And Marilyn and I were looking at it this morning. Just in staying home, you help to flatten the curve of how many potential hospital beds they would need if these modeled numbers became a reality. So keep in mind that, energy is everything, and intention is energy. And if we as light plurkers keep our intention on seeing the world as healthy, and like I just imagine that curve going flatter and flatter, seeing everybody as healthy, that we can do a lot just with our intention. And of course, a lot of people would debate that may be information that you want to keep to yourself, but it certainly doesn't hurt anything, right? It doesn't hurt anything to maintain a really positive outlook and to keep seeing, us getting back to a normal state of life.
The thing is the best thing that you can do is to really have little or no contact with other humans. And after you do, wash your hands. I have gone to the post office and I was very conscious of how many times I start to put my hands to my face. I love the Bitmoji. Don't touch your face. And it really is about acknowledging new habits. It really is about acknowledging that. The question and answer, I can't tell you if Adironnda has questions I don't know if let's take a look at those and see if Adironnda will be answering them.
If you have questions, please type them into the question box. I think that Jenny, you're on the background. I think that there was a form people sent in with questions. Can you get us that information? Because we'll read those questions. We'll take those questions first because those are the people who are responding to the email. But if you do have questions and we have time, please type them into the Q&A box. We can't keep track of the questions in the chat window. And if you see people typing their questions into the chat window, once we get going with the channeling, please remind them to put their questions into the chat box. We won't be watching the chat box in a few minutes.
Put your questions, she didn't say that right. Put your questions into the Q&A box, not into the chat box.
What I'm saying is that if you see people who are coming on now that do type their question into the chat box, go ahead and remind them for me or for our team, because we're doing a lot of things, that they need to put their question in the Q&A box.
So in that capacity, we need to make Jenny, I think, a panelist, right? Jenny is a panelist.
Yeah.
And I'm a panelist. And so I did see a question flow through in the chat window. Do you suggest Apple News or Apple News Plus?
I don't know if it's called Apple News Plus or Apple News, but I get an email every day and it says Apple News, and it's connected to really legitimate news sources. So, you know, I think if you really want to know what's going on, you check with the CDC and the WHO, the World Health Organization. I think it's cdc.org. Correct me if I'm wrong, and it's who.org. But check with them, because you can check with them and find out what's happening in your area, and get the news for yourself. You know, find out for yourself. This is a really good time to be informed, but not to get sucked in on all the drama and things that are happening around it.
So anything else that we need to share?
I don't think so. I think we're good to go. Are you ready to bring Adironnda in?
Sure. So I'm going to connect in the same capacity that I connect for a private session, or that I connect for the Channelers Academy. Not the way I connect on stage with Lee Carroll, because I normally do not have time. I do this process off stage before I go on stage with him. So let's just, everybody take a deep breath. And again, take another deep breath. I deliberately clear and seal this space on all sides, all directions, above and below, around myself and around each person that listens to this broadcast now, live with us, and each person that listens to it in the future from any format. I am so thankful to be a direct channel for the Holy Spirit and the cosmic Christ consciousness. I'm honored by the presence of each of our master guides, teachers, and angels. I know they hold the intention that all healing, all information, all releasement, all transformation, all integration is for the highest good and highest joy of each person that listens with us now live, or each person that listens in the future. I'm also thankful to be able to step aside my own personal beliefs and paradigms, my own programs, my own ideas and contracts, so that all information that comes through is clear, concise, and succinct. I do open the Akashic records to be able to see past, present, and future. And for this, I give thanks. Ah, so it is good day to you, huh? Oh, so very good to see you, your light, your brightness, your energy, your matching sweater, and your spiky hair. Yes, we are here together with you in that focus, in that energy, in that connection of a new way of living. No, that does not mean you're going to stay in your house for the next 20 years. That means that you get the opportunity to realize not everything you're reading or seeing is factual. So you must run it through your own discernment capabilities, your own BS detector. On 3-3, we gave a broadcast that stated that things are not all what they seem. We still hold that as the truth. We still hold that energy, hold that focus, hold that connective point to be present with you. Know that in that energy, you have that. There's a little box there. You go. Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect to Facebook, so just ignore me for a few
We
minutes.
love all of those. We see little lights going on. So we saw a little floating head. So we wanted to be sure that you understand that part of this, all of the media, all of the turn of hand, all of that energy can easily still be a bit of a distraction from something else that is going on. No, we do not believe that it has been caused purposely. We do not believe that other energies and other energy, other focuses is coming in that capacity. We do not believe that it is a purposeful thing. We do still believe that this is cautionary, that this is holding up a red light to see how prepared are you and your planet if something really disastrous were to happen. If there really were biowarfare that is going on. This is not that. Let me repeat that phrase. This is not biowarfare. This is not, as we have seen it, created by some country that wants to take over the world. This is about that caution to see how prepared you are. So breathe that in. How prepared are you? We've been telling you for 1 or 2 or 3 years to lay in a stock of food and supplies that would last you for 2 weeks or more. Did you do that? We've asked you to pay attention to the facts, not to run off half-cocked with all of the energy that is happening around it. The key is that you as a light plurker, play plus work equals plurk. You are still a light plurker. You are the light. And that light raises your vibrational frequency and boosts your immune system. Now, that still does not mean that you can't catch some virus or catch some disease or something else in the process. That means that you have a stronger immune system than others. But that does not mean that you have to throw havoc to the wind and go bowling somewhere where you're touching everything that you can and reaching out and having all of that energy. That does not mean that you take your family to an arcade where there's a lot of hands-on experiences. If everyone in the country were to hold up as much as possible in their homes for 2 to 3 weeks, we would see the contagions going down. Now, for those of you that are in the healthcare industry, that are having to continue to go to outside of some place, that are in the food industry, that are working on delivering groceries to people that are ordering them online, we hold you in a bubble of light. We hold you in the energy of you. We hold you in that focus and hold that focus in a connective standpoint of you, to boost your immune system, to help you insulate your energy field at the level of your etheric body, which is in the first 2 inches around your body. What is happening here?
I'm trying to, okay. Nothing, go ahead.
So with that capacity, we are acknowledging that energy as it is coming forth. We are acknowledging that energy as it is communicating. We see, as you just see the interruption of Facebook or the interruption of the energy, that is like a metaphor for what is happening in your life. Yes? Your life has been interrupted by something that is beyond your control. So what can you control? You control what you do. You can control that every time you have contact with something other than yourself, that you go and wash your hands. That is the simplest phrase. Go and wash your hands and count to 100 while you do, or sing a song while you do, so you know that you're washing your hands with soap and water. That breaks the cycle. Understand that all of the people that are saying, oh, well, this is a reptilian virus that is coming in on the planet, and this is the dark side is trying to take over. Sometimes a pickle is just a pickle. We say still, this is highlighting how prepared you are to be where you need to be. This may be your time to work on your new website for an alternative health practice. This may be your time to sit and not think of it as a vacation, but think of it as a staycation, to do the things that you have wanted to do. As we stated in the beginning of this broadcast, what is it that you can do, and how can you be positive? How can you hold that energy of humanity in a positive flow? Now, with that, this is the time to boost your vitamins, boost your minerals, take the things that are healthy in your body, and in your meditation, strengthen your immune system. And ask yourself, do you really need to go to the store to buy an extra shower curtain just in case? Or can you order that extra shower curtain online? And that way there's only less than 2 or 3 people that have to deal with that, possibly. Do you really need to go to the doctor if you have a sniffle that you might want to get help from? Or can you contact them by phone and ask the doctor what it is that they wish for you to do? Remember, every person you come in contact with is a possible carrier. So how can you love your life and continue living your life without that contact? That is why they make those electronic devices that work with you to keep you connected. At this point, the internet is strong. At this point, lots and lots of people are using it. We hope that it remains strong because it is electronic and does not carry germs. So in that capacity, know that you have a choice here. Take a deep breath. You are either a part of the problem as in the complainers and the naysayers, or the, I can't get out and go do anything. I can't do this. I can't do that. Oh, we're going to have to all take our hair dryers and blow our faces all over and inside of our mouth with our hair dryer so the germs will go away. Or you could be a part of the facts. And each day, check in with the CDC, check in with the people who have the facts. We do believe that there are certain bodies of people that carry factual information. Trust them. And we also believe that every channel in the planet is going to come up with a new solution, a new energy, a new connection, a new vibrational frequency, and new blame. Well, who cares where it started? If you're blaming the President of the United States, Donald Trump, get over it. What is done is done. What is past is past. So as you accomplish that, are you there?
Maybe.
As you accomplish that, with that energy.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Apologies. I didn't mean to distract you.
As you have that focus, you see how easily one can be distracted. That was distracting. You have to laugh, dearest. You have to laugh and say, what is the most wondrous thing that can happen here? What is the energy of focus that is going on round about for the highest good of all? What is that vibration? And what can you do about it? Control the things that you can control and love the things that you cannot control. Let us say that again. Control the things that you can control and love the things that you cannot control. Take a deep breath. I think it worked. So as you are loving those things that are not in your control, you may not be able to control that your electricity bill is going up and you've been out of work for 2 weeks and you don't know how you're going to pay your electrical bill. You have to trust that your utilities will not be shut off at this point in time. You have to trust that in that energy, everyone in all countries are in the same boat. Take a deep breath. If you are not looking for new solutions to the problems that you are encountering, that can also be interpreted as being a part of the problem and not the solution. So what are the solutions? If you cannot stay home, if that is not a possibility for you, what can you do? Stay positive, wash your hands, keep bottles of disinfectant everywhere. You don't have to rub bleach on your hands or arms. No, you don't have to do that. But understand that there are precautions that you can take. And if you do not have to be out in the public, do not. Stay home. Order your groceries, order your things online so there is as little human contact as possible for at least 3 weeks. Because the incubation period is 2 weeks. And for every group of people you encounter, that incubation period goes out farther and farther. So stay home and be creative in that capacity. We know we have lots of questions that are coming in. We
Hang
don't.
on just a second.
Let us see if in that energy.
I was trying to get them on your phone, but okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
the questions. There you go.
And this for Jenny. If we had any that were sent in, let me know. I'm on Marilyn's phone, just FYI. Let's see. Adironda's 3.3 featured question response posted on 3/16 says that the coronavirus hoopla is distracting humanity into looking the other way when something else important is going on in some other direction. What is the something else important going on in some other direction? Please and thank you.
So it is. We believe we have answered that. There are other things that are going on that the attention is being drawn away from.
That's not going to work.
Star Wars, the cameras, the weaponry, all of that is being redirected right now. It is not for you to panic over. And we don't know why it took from 3.3 or 3.4 till 3.16 for you to get the information. We don't know because everything changes each moment by moment. However, keep in mind that it is not the time to panic over thinking that something major is going on and you can't have any. That is not in your control. You are the light. Hold the light.
Next question. When will people in Washington state be able to get back to work?
That is a question for the future. We are not psychic. It depends on what happens right now. You understand that if everyone were in compliance right now and stayed home right now, it would still take about 3 weeks or a month for the virus coming to catch up. So we would wager at least minimum 1 month, possibly 2 months. That is our guess. That is not based upon fact. That is based upon the incubation period and how many people have already been exposed that do not know that they are exposed. Stay home. Stay safe if you possibly can. And if you can't stay home, take precautions. Next question.
Is this caused by 5G or 60 megahertz?
Is this caused by 5G or 60 megahertz? Now think logically about that. You mean like the 5G on your cell phone?
They say 5G or other electronic forces. Is it just another virus we are fueling with fear?
So what we are seeing is it is not caused by anything electronic. Because of all the electronics, sometimes they are indeed affecting our immune system. So take precautions. If you don't own some sort of filter, you might investigate the possibility of getting one. You can get them that are very inexpensive. It is not caused by technology. The thing about technology that is coming in is it may be affecting your immune system because instead of having the regular amount of people on the internet, they are now broadcasting church services for mega churches on the internet. So, which they probably did that before anyway. So understand that it is up to you. That is a capital Y-O-U. To take control of your own immune system. Boost your own immune system. What will that take? Each individual is different. Next question.
Okay, I'm just going to say right up front that a lot of these questions, Adironnda, are what can we do to help? And I think that you've addressed a lot of that unless you want to talk more about that.
Yes, keep in mind that what you can do to help is to be smart. Do not panic. Do not panic and think, oh my goodness, I don't have any toilet paper. What else can you use? How can you limit your supply? How can you prepare to be in the house or at home or safe when you do go out? Do you need a hazmat suit? No, not at this point. Will you need one in the future? We don't believe so. If everyone pays attention, what we have seen evidence of is that people are not taking it seriously and are still taking their children out and going out to eat and going on about their regular business because they're maybe on vacation and they want to do that. That is not smart handling. What we are saying is what you can do is take care of yourself and figure out how you can care for others without direct contact. Next question.
Okay, there's a lot of questions here too about how can we harmonize with COVID-19 to release the harmful aspects, and what can we do specifically for Italy?
So one of the ways that you can harmonize with that is our musician Randy Luna has created a cellular fortitude. We sent it out free. If you don't have it,
Maybe Jenny, you could drop the link into the chat box
window, or we can post it on the Facebook. Yesterday, our vessel Marilyn was guided to play that over and over, repeating for an hour. After that, some of the problems that she came back from Mexico with,
oh, they disappeared.
They disappeared. So it boosts your immune system on a cellular level. Do things like that to harmonize. Remember, every time you connect with fear, you are connecting in a space that is fear-filled. Every time you connect with love, you are asking for the solution. Next question.
And hopefully we'll drop that link into the chat box, just so you know that is part of a 52-week series that we sell called Soul Sounds by our musician and composer Randy Luna, and he is giving it away free to all of you because he feels like it's so needed. So this is 1 week of the 52 weeks.
Next question.
Are remote energy therapies like Reiki, broadcasts of Siram, vibrational healing, quantum holographic healing, are they helpful or, oh shoot, hang on.
Yes, they are helpful. They are every bit as helpful as they ever were. If not, they may be stronger because you've got more of an emotional connection behind them. Yes, all distance healing work. We've actually started holding the people of the planet in between our hands and ricocheting healing energy, boosting info energy back and forth to all of the people on the planet. All of the people. We actually posted in our energy. We can post the picture that we purchased that gives you a visual image of hands all around the world sending healing energy to this planet. That is a key. That is being a part of the solution, not the problem. Next question.
Is it possible that this virus was man-made?
Yes, we believe it is possible the virus was man-made. We don't believe that it is an intention of being a man-made virus to limit the population of the planet. We believe that in the testing process, as testing other things, as scientists are doing that all of the time, there could, now let me state, we could, because we don't want it to come back to us and say, this is what you said. It's possible that it was a research energy, that a research project, that when they discovered that it was there, it was already done, and it was past the incubation period, and there was nothing that could be done about it. That is a possibility, but who cares? Are you going to blame the people, the scientists that were doing the research project? There was no malicious intent behind the origin of this virus. Let us repeat that. There is no malicious intent in the energy behind the origin of this virus. Let's just repeat that. There is no malicious intent in the energy behind the origin of this virus. You understand what we say? So if you are blaming some scientist somewhere, or you are blaming the Chinese or the Italians or the Missourians, it is just as logical. You see, that is not necessary. We see no bio-warfare in the energy behind the origin of this virus. None. Now, if you're planning to take those last phrases and edit them and change the meaning of them and broadcast them, that is your karma, not ours. Next question.
Where are we headed, Adironnda? How much more time is there for us to continue to experience the love that's flowing through the veil?
Where are we headed? Your job is to hold the love. You know that. Your connection is to keep that love flowing. Your intention is to accommodate that love. When you start feeling the fear, stop. Go back into meditation. Ask what proactively you can do in your neighborhood to help. The veil is getting thinner and thinner. We can indeed see interdimensionally now. So as you understand that, trust that your intention is indeed to be a part of the solution. The voice of reason. So get the facts. Yes? We have a friend, our dear friend Sally, who was a reporter. A reputable reporter is required to research the facts before they present something. So you have to trust that. If you're in the middle of believing that it's all some big conspiracy theory, you can certainly believe that all you want, but keep it to yourself. It does no good to band together. We have visions of the old gangs coming with their pitchforks and their torches to burn down the CDC because blah, blah, blah. That serves no purpose. You are the light. You are the voice of reason. You are not mutinying against your government. You get the opportunity to trust that all people involved in making decisions and holding that intention every day at 11:11, that all people that are involved in making decisions for others on a larger scale are doing so from wisdom, clarity, factual information, and not because it benefits their own pocketbook or not because they're coming from a place of ego and not willing to say they made a mistake. That is our stance. Next question.
Can I add to that?
Of course.
I think it's really important to not generalize right now.
Yes.
You know, like my son pointed out, he works for the government in California, and he pointed out to me that there are a lot of really good people who work in the government. There are a lot of really good people who work for the media. Their heart is in this to assist, to be of love and assistance. I bet there are more good people than there are the other. So if you want to generalize, lean towards all of the good people that are in the system, that are helping to provide accurate information and take care of things.
Yes, and that is the key. To trust that the light is winning out. To trust that the good people that are willing even to put themselves at risk to help the planet are there. And all of the conspiracy theorists and all of the name calling and pointing of fingers and blaming this and that and the other serves no purpose. So keep it to yourself. Play cards with yourself then. Next question.
Will every human being be affected?
Every human being already is affected.
I'm sorry, will every human being become infected?
No. Next question.
Okay, since I'm not in panic mode, I've been viewed as having my head in the sand and that I do not understand the seriousness of the situation. I send love and light, but I'm struggling with what words to say. Could you please help us with that?
So by not being in the panic mode, and what are you doing when you're not in the panic mode? You don't have to be in panic mode to stay enclosed in your home. You don't have to be in panic mode when you are shaking hands with someone or not shaking hands with them or passing an envelope, a package to them, and then not taking that hands and putting in your mouth. Huh? As a FedEx drives before our home. So understand that if your friends or your people around you are saying you're sticking your head in the sand like the ostrich, why would they be saying that? First of all, are you going out and handling everything and touching everything and going out to eat and blah, 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 blah all of the time? Or are you being smart and just not feeling the panic? Are you presenting your energy in calmness? That is not sticking your head in the sand. That is getting the facts. Seeing what the possibilities are that you can do. So how are you responding? That is the key. And panicking is not the answer. Nor is ignoring all the rules set about by your government. That is not the answer either. You must be smart. You must realize that this is something, as we've told you many times, you are moving into a territory where this planet has never been before. So all information is new information. Not all people are going to be infected with the virus. Not all people are going to be smart and pay attention to the laws. So therefore, we ask you to do so. Be in compliance in your area. And be prepared with food and groceries, so you're not putting the food workers at risk either. Next question.
I know it will take some time for the new normal to set in, but approximately how long will it take for the extreme panic and hoarding to stop?
That is a very good question. And you as a light plucker get the opportunity to be the voice of reason. However, you can't shout at the top of your lungs outside of the grocery store to stop buying toilet paper. That is not feasible either. If we were to speculate, and we don't necessarily like speculation, but if we were to speculate on what the future holds, we would say for 2 months, you get the opportunity to be prepared to cloister yourself and your buying habits. If people are not paying attention to that, then it could drag out for 6 months or a year. The less people pay attention, the longer it's going to take to right itself. We know many, many thousands, millions of people are not employed right now because of this. That creates panic. This may be a time to see what else you can do to earn income that requires only the internet. What else can happen? They have libraries, are checking out books curbside. All people, governing bodies, all organizations, all businesses are affected. This is the time to brainstorm. This is the time to gather all the creatives together and see what the possibilities are, and not feel overwhelmed and throw your hands up and say, oh, well, I just have to cancel everything and, do something horrible to myself or someone else. That does not serve. Instead, say, what other things can happen? How can we accommodate the possibility of stopping the action of increasing the virus and inhibiting the virus, and supporting those that are looking for antibiotics or antibodies to combat the virus? The same thing happened many decades, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago. The key is now you have the capability to combat it. So it does not have to be as it was before. Remember, you are in a new vibrational world. You are in an interdimensional time of connection. You are someplace where the world has never been before. So you're creating the new paradigm for the future right here, right now. How are you doing it? Next question.
And if you're in a position to do so, continue spending your money. Spend it locally, spend it with services, because spending your money actually keeps things in circulation. I'm not saying if you don't have it, if you're being affected financially, I think everybody would understand. But if you're in a position to do that, continue to spend your money.
Circulation of the financial funds is a way the world goes around. If you've been the vessel Marilyn's family, her children have been halted from their jobs if they cannot work from home. So therefore, the utility bill, the electrical bill, blah, blah, all those continue coming in. There will be a solution to everything. Please do not panic. Next question.
Okay, I'm going to ask this one question because I think I already know the answer to it. And then I'm not going to ask any more questions, Adironnda, about ways to combat the virus with tools, okay? Will using an infrared sauna help against COVID-19?
We don't know what an infrared sauna is. If an infrared sauna is where you're going into the container and shooting far infrared things at your body, we don't know what that is. So we don't know everything. We know that may surprise you. However, does it boost the immune system? That's our question. If it boosts the immune system, why not use it? If your belief boosts the immune system, why not? The vessel Marilyn sleeps under a far infrared quilt that she bought 30 years ago from Nikan. In her belief, pH balances her body. Now, is it the quilt that is pH balancing her body, or is it the belief that it does? Both are every bit as strong. Next question.
What will be our primary takeaway?
Our primary takeaway is to know that this is a caution, that it's not a proof to say that you must always social distance yourself from those that you love. This is about putting in place some measures that are already in operation to keep the public safe in case biowarfare does happen in 150,000 years. This is about keeping yourself safe. This is about being able to respond to the world, being able to respond to any given situation, free from fear. And that is the takeaway. Next question.
So many of these questions are the same.
Like what kind of questions are the same?
Just what
will happen? What will happen? What will happen?
Yeah. Is there a parallel between the wandering of the Jews for 40 years to eliminate the energy of slavery and the coronavirus eliminating the greatest generation who carry the energy of 20th century world wars?
Fascinating proposal. Fascinating idea that somehow the Jews exiting Egypt are connected to the millenniums. Is that what they're called?
No, it's the greatest generation. So that would be like the people 60 plus that fought in World War II, and
we don't believe the two are connected.
20th century world wars.
We don't believe that this is the way the universe is getting back at the people who defended their country in war. We don't believe, though. We believe that after a certain age, some people believe that their immune system becomes a bit compromised. That is the only correlation we see. We don't believe that it has anything to do with past history, other than the fact that when plagues did hit, they had nothing to combat it. Now, we do have much to combat it. We know enough that germs are passed hand to hand. We know enough that you can take care of things simply by not passing the germs along. We know enough to not point fingers and blame. Oh, well, this is because of the people that were in war that they're being punished now because they're in that age bracket. They may be in the age bracket where they're living on Social Security and they don't have enough money to buy vitamins to boost their immune system. That is every bit as feasible. Next question.
When we find the solution in the field, how do we interlock it to our 3D we are currently in for all of humanity to use?
When we find the solution in the field, meaning your energy field, I'm assuming. And what is the next?
How do we interlock it to our 3D we are currently in for all of humanity to use?
Your field is 26 feet across. Your field is acting upon your own emotional vibration. So if your emotional vibration is in a panic, then your field is in a panic too. If your emotional vibration is in calm, let us find the solution, then your field is as well. That field goes out 26 feet around you, which is much farther than social distancing. So as you understand that, keep everything flowing in a conscious direction. It can only help. Next question.
Are the numbers of coronavirus victims being exaggerated?
No. Next question.
Immigration, the climate, now corona, banks. To me, they have things in common. Fear that divides people, dark intentions, panic, money. I know the light will win, but it also seems we are forced to take a few steps back every time the fear kicks in that lowers the energy field. This string of panic bombardments, are they allowed for a reason or just not foreseen attacks that come and go? for me, they are good practice to stay grounded and balanced.
They are good practice to stay grounded and balanced. All of the streams, the immigrants, all of that is not a part of a conspiracy theory that is connected to the virus. There's absolutely no reason to believe that all of those things are connected. And if you hesitate and actually believe that, then you do not have much faith in humanity. And humanity is where you can put your faith. You know where the wisdom comes in from. You know that connective force of light will expand into your field. So with that intention, build your fortress of energy. And to know that the immigration laws, the energy, keeping non-citizens out of the United States, all of those are people that are making decisions based on a place of panic. We have to believe that those individuals that are indeed in charge are being guided. Set that as your intention as well, that they are being guided by reasonable, conscious, logical wisdom. Next question.
And that is why we do the 11:11 prayer every day at 11:11. You can join us on Facebook, or you can do it yourself. And if you've come in late and you missed it, just go to the front, to the beginning of the video, and you'll see it again on the replay. Is there a Venusian or Volusian on the Galactic Council? And can they please share their vibration with us?
A Venusian or a Volusian?
Yes.
On the Galactic Council?
Yes.
It is our understanding that all galactic races, the highest vibrational thereof, are represented by the Galactic Council. They are watching. They are asking for your help. This energy right here, right now, shows the panic that can be seen across the planet, which means that it is not time for them to show themselves. We believe that some galactics are connecting with their own sources to some of the individuals who may be working to prevent this from spreading further. We hold the intention that that pathway be clear. So the scientists that are researching to find the solutions will indeed be divinely guided by the galactics as well as their own logical brain. So know that you cannot eliminate your connection to the Venusians or the Volusians. When you bubble your energy field, just ask that your galactic guides can connect with you through the light. Now, when we say there's a representative or representation of all 12 root races of the galactics on the Galactic Council that you have indeed been connected with, there are some races of the galactics that carry a much lower vibration. They indeed can only listen and raise their vibration to match the higher vibration. They cannot communicate. Next question.
What are some specific indicators that one is tuned into their source frequency?
Do you feel balance? Do you feel the energy? Ask for conscious confirmation your logical brain can understand. The vessel Marilyn was asking for conscious confirmation for something that she was asking a few days ago. And in the mail, out of the clear blue, she got an envelope covered with feathers. Thank you, Teresa. When she opened it up, she got a card covered with feathers and a card that was saying, take the next step with someone riding a tricycle or bicycle. Then she got feathers in her ears for earrings, just in case she had a doubt. So you can ask for a sign that the logical universe will provide for you. Trust that you are connected. Ask to identify when your ego is in charge. And your ego will keep everything all stirred up if it can. Your ego will start blaming everybody and their brother because of the virus. Well, if it wasn't all the people that hoarded the toilet paper, we would all have toilet paper. Probably not. What else can you use? Where is that Sears and Roebuck catalog? You see, toilet paper is a relatively recent invention. What did they do before then? Maybe that's what you get to try. So understand that you are always connected to your source. The only time you are separate from your source is when you believe that you are not connected to your source. Watch for those signs. Next question.
Will vibrating in 5D protect us from the virus? And how do we truly know if we are in 5D or not quite there?
There are many people that are saying that no disease can withstand when your vibration is high enough. Does having your vibration higher boost your immune system? Yes, it does. Is the 5D high enough? Who knows? We would question scientists to prove that. Many scientists have proven that when you raise your vibration, you are strong enough to heal ailments and put your body back into alignment. How do you know if your vibration is strong enough? Because your body is in alignment. There is no switch or signal or light. You have to learn to trust your body. And if there's anything that this is coming from, it may be that you are learning to trust your own vibrational frequency and know when you are not in alignment and know when you are in alignment, so you can focus on being in alignment. But believing and saying my vibrational frequency is keeping all disease away from me is not what we're talking about. Living at that high vibration is strengthening your immune system. That is what we're talking about. Next question.
Will the energies completing the second quarter with the summer solstice and the solar eclipse on June 21st bring an ending to the virus, or will it continue through the fall equinox?
It depends on the people. If the people are in compliance with taking responsibility for themselves, yes, it is possible that there will be no new cases after June. That is possible. But you see, the virus itself is not necessarily affected by any equinox or any solstice. We know you would love to think that it is. That is not our information. It is affected by hand-to-hand contact, hand-to-mouth contact. It is not affected by sharing of air. It is not affected where the sun is here or the sun is there. Some say that it is affected by temperature. So therefore, are there any cases where the temperature is high? If there are not, then that would support that theory. We say it is more germ-oriented than temperature-oriented. So look at your map on the CDC. Are there places that have high temperatures that have no cases of the virus? If so, then wait for the world to shift its vibration and raise its frequency as it moves into summer, or the other half of the world is moving into winter. That is where you must be in compliance. And no one can predict when it is going to end. They're speculating right now what will happen if it continues as it is right now. Then we run out of hospital beds in a couple of weeks, and we run out of supplies and blah, blah, blah. That is not the part of the solution. You are the solution. Next question.
Does the coronavirus represent the purging of the memories of the fall of ancient civilizations of Atlantis and Lemuria?
No. No. Think about that. No. Next question.
What consequences does the coronavirus have for the future of humanity during our lifetime and beyond?
This may be one of the first times that the planet is ready to take immediate action when something comes in. They took immediate action when smallpox began, but it still affected thousands of people until now. It is particularly, we don't know, I mean, we can't consciously, we've not done any research on it, but in the vessel Marilyn's lifetime, they had a vaccination that worked effectively to where she was never vaccinated. That may have taken 100 years. Now it's taking maybe 100 days or 10 days. That is the difference. Humanity is proactively banding together, non-partisan, country to country, without pointing fingers to say, let us help and learn from what you did so we can do the same. That has never happened before. Next question.
Okay. How can we maintain a sense of connection to all that is in the midst of all this isolation and chaos?
You have a connection right here. Huh?
Look in the chat window. There's a whole bunch of ideas.
All kinds of ideas, all kinds of connections. And if someone in the chat window is saying, oh, panic, 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 don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, have this, then send them lots of love. Know that you are a part of the solution simply by being here. And as you are a part of the solution, spread that word. Next question.
Is this the transition to oneness that the world needs?
It is certainly assisting in that, we say, because the world is beginning to work together as a unit. And not saying, well, you had to have caused this because you're Chinese or Russian or whatever. You're learning to be self-sustaining as a country and not depending on other countries for your resources. So it is possible, yes. And that is a part of the divine order of things. Next question.
Please explain the spiritual reason why we are experiencing the virus.
The spiritual reason why you are experiencing the virus Are you experiencing the virus? Do you have compassion for those that are or have? Anytime you have compassion, the vibration of you raises. Anytime you have compassion, anytime you think logically about something, your vibration raises. That is a part of the key. So with that energy and with that focus and with that divine connection, breathe into it. That is the spiritual nature. There are more people now meditating and praying than ever before. In the past, there had to be a disaster to create them to send energy somewhere. Well, this is a global-wide challenge. So that raises the vibrational frequency of the planet. And that's the intention for all things, is to raise the vibrational frequency of the planet. Next question.
What is the nature of the dark reptilian forces on the planet right now, and what influence are they having on the situation?
If you believe that the dark reptilian forces can control you, then you're a part of the problem. The dark forces can only control what you believe that it can. So stop it. Who's the light? You are. Who's the light? I am. The dark energy, there's always a balance. And the light will always win out. Do not allow the dark energy to speak or communicate. The more power and the more you focus on the dark reptilian energy, the stronger it becomes. So give it no power. It has no power over you. So it cannot possibly affect you in any way, shape, or form. You are the light, and nothing separate from that light can withstand in your energy. If you do not believe that, why? Then get yourself back to the basics. Meditate, pray, balance your energy, play meditational music that are balancing your energy, and stop engaging in things that lower your vibration. Next question.
Is it true that if you keep your vibration on a high loving state and sending true love out to the world, then it's harder to get the virus?
The higher your vibration, the stronger your immune system. Next question.
Do you think that martial law will be evoked in Canada?
It is possible. It depends on if people will be in compliance without it. It is possible not just in Canada, in other places too, but it depends upon the people. Be in compliance, be smart, be energetic. We love that. Be energetic.
She's
in
seeing
that
the hearts on Facebook.
Yes, we are. It is very fun. Martial law, we hope is not necessary because the people of this planet can behave themselves. Send energy, which is another reason why we are asking each of you every day at 11:11 a.m. set the alarm on your phone to come together and say a prayer for the planet, say a prayer for the people, to accommodate that energy. Even if you're driving, to do it one-handed, to don't put yourself at risk, but to accommodate that energy. The light will win out. This is the planet itself going through an interdimensional shift. Breathe that in. The light will win out. You are a logical being, and if you are here with us and not driving in your car to go to a large event of some sort, then you are in compliance. Stay in compliance, and it will not come to martial law. Next question.
I just want to let everybody know that there are a lot of similar questions, and many of the questions have already been answered by Adironnda. So if you don't hear your question answered, go back and listen to the recording, because I'm not going to keep asking Adironnda the same question over and over. I'm a healthcare professional and don't feel any panic about the flu. I do feel strongly that this is an economic and consciousness reset, though. Can you address that the start of a new paradigm with this time?
Yes, we have already said that. And thank you for your service, healthcare worker. And thank you for not being in a panic. Yes, this is the universe pushing the reset button. This is the universe bringing the financial and business oriented and all kingdoms, all energies into compliance to reset and begin the new paradigm for the future. How would you like that paradigm to be witnessed? How would you like that paradigm to move forward? Would you like to have a foundation of honor, compassion, love, joy, mutual respect for the variety and the versatility of all people, of their traditions being honored, that are safe and in compliance with humanity as a whole? That is the new paradigm, and that is the reset button that is happening right now. We have been saying it has been coming for many years, and now it is here. Next question.
Okay, and that goes for questions on Facebook too. Many of your questions we've already answered. They'll be in the recording, which we'll post later. Are the Pleiadians controlling the positive outcome for the virus and our ascension?
Who is controlling whom? We don't believe that the Pleiadians are controlling anything. You are the Pleiadians. Each of you came through the Pleiadian gateway to get to this planet. The Syrians seeded the Arcturians, which seeded the Pleiadians, which seeded the Earth. So we don't believe anyone is controlling anything. We believe that you are in control of yourself. Next question.
Was this event planned by our souls on the other side of the veil?
Now that is an interesting question and an interesting comment. Was this event planned by our souls on the other side of the veil, so all of the peoples of this planet got together and said, let's do this at this point in time on 2020? Maybe. Maybe because they knew it would raise the frequency of the planet in mass. Or lower the frequency of the planet if they operate in panic. So let us see what happens. It is a possibility. Nice thought. We will continue researching that. Next question.
Does Adironnda echo what Cryon said about the virus while they were in Iceland?
We have not listened to what Cryon says about the virus. We've not listened to what he says about it. We can care that Cryon provides the wisdom of more than just Cryon. We can care that Cryon provides the energy and the information for presence. We can care that something more is going on besides just the virus. We can care that all the people of the planet are asked to be compassionate with all other people on the planet. That is what we agree with. And we are sure that Cryon would say the same. And if you want to know what Cryon said, go to cryon.com and it's posted from Iceland, because they are in Iceland right now on an event. And they are still connecting, and even their stance has shifted in the past few days. Next question.
For the past month, I've been hearing an increasing noise in my right ear and wonder if this is the vibration of the coronavirus or feeling the collective fear of humanity, or is it the rising love vibration? It's very disturbing for me as it's growing louder every day.
Well, if it is the love vibration, it would not be disturbing. You can have something wrong with your ear. You can have an infection in your ear. You can be connected with your own galactic people. So ask, put your hand up to your ear and ask, what is this about? Take responsibility for your own ear, not just asking others what they believe. Every channel in the world is bringing forth information. You have to put forth your BS detector to see what is the correct information and what is right. Just because you are hearing a sound in your ear, if all others are hearing sounds in their ears, then it would be a mass thing, but they are not. If a certain group are, stop, go into meditation, connect with the energy in your ear and ask, what is this? And what can you do about it? Is there a message that you need to bring forth that is ego-free and not placing you in the position of being the savior for the planet? Because that is connected to ego. Next question.
What is the lesson humankind needs to learn from this?
Compassion, love, wisdom, trust, using your own discernment. And know that sometimes you may not always get to do exactly what you particularly want to do because it's not in the highest good of the planet itself. Next question.
Is there extraterrestrial, in particular Arcturians, helping with creating and implementing a vaccine?
We believe that the galactics are working with the scientists of this planet to all work together, whether they are Arcturian or Vegan, whether they are Syrian or Pleiadian, whether they are Andromedan. We believe that the Galactic Council, which represents all, even those that are not allowed to speak, are assisting this planet to see how it can indeed raise its vibrational frequency without its people becoming extinct. Raise its dimensional vibration without its people becoming extinct. We believe that this is somehow all a part of some higher reasoning. We'll take just a few more questions and then we're going to do an activation for this planet.
Okay, I love this question. Can we love this virus away? We are the light workers.
It is possible. It certainly cannot hurt. That is why we ask you to go to the basics. Go into your heart. Center your heart in love and radiate that love out. Do the 1111 activation wherever you are. Connect with that. At 11:11 a.m., do that. At 11:11 p.m., connect to the galactics and ask for their help. Next question.
I have not had a cold or flu or mosquito bite for years, and I wonder if this is because of a different frequency.
It's possible. What are you doing that's different? It's very possible. We cannot say. Every single person on this planet is different. So if you have indeed done something that will accommodate that, ask what you are doing and see if there's anyone else that it can help. Next question.
Does the virus float around in the air, aside from near people that may be infected? the reason I'm asking is it safe to put in vegetable garden right now, or will the virus be absorbed up into the plants?
We do not believe that the virus will be absorbed through the plants. We do not believe that just because you're in an environment where someone has been exposed to the virus, that you will catch the virus. It is not airborne. That is the facts as we know it right now. It is saliva-borne or germ-borne. So when you are on a plane and you have been infected and you are sneezing and coughing and wheezing and touching everything, that is how it is passed. Not in the plant or not in the air. So put your vegetables in because we would love to have some of them. Next question.
I'm guessing there will be a population spike in about 9 months. Will these children be more ascendant beings of light?
Very possibly. The crystallines are already on their way in, so very possibly. Yes, and you are correct. There may be a population spike.
What does Jesus say about this?
Jesus says this is the plague of locusts. Now you know how to control it. Trust that energy. Trust that the universe and source is also a part of this plan. So let us do an activation with that question. So take a deep breath.
That was it for me.
Take another deep breath. And center your energy. Breathe into your core and place your hand on your heart to actually draw the attention there. Give thanks for your own heart. Give thanks for yourself moving along the energy. Give thanks for your wisdom to stay calm, to stay centered, to stay in love with yourself and humanity. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you breathe in, set the intention to do what we've called box breathing. Breathing in to a count of 4. Hold to a count of 4. Breathing out to a count of 4. Hold to a count of 4. Breathing in to a count of 4. Hold to a count of 4. Breathing out to a count of 4. Hold to a count of 4. Breathing in to a count of 4. Hold to a count of 4. Breathing out to a count of 4. Hold to a count of 4. Breathing in to a count of 4. Hold to a count of 4. Breathing out to a count of 4. Hold to a count of 4. And continue with that type of breathing. That is the breathing of structure. That is the breathing of organizing your cells and your telomeres for the highest vibration possible. Now, on your next deep breath in, breathe in as deep a breath as you can possibly take. Hold. And breathe out. Hold. And breathe in. Deep breath. Hold. And breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. And now breathe normally. Do you feel that sense of cleanliness in your lungs? Do you feel that sense that all of the cells of your body are aligning themselves, boosting your immune system? Tap at your high heart level, in between your heart chakra and your throat chakra. Place your hand there. Maybe both hands. And just send energy to that high heart level. And breathe into it. Send that high heart so much love and gratitude for yourself and for all of your organs and all of your muscles and all of your nerves, all of your bodies, all of your bones, all of your brains, all of your hearts, all of your emotional body, your mental body, your physical body, your spiritual body, your soul star chakra, above your head, the earth chakra below your feet. All of your chakras being in total and complete alliance. And breathe. Feel your hands hugging your body through your own high heart. Feel your hands hugging your etheric body through your own high heart. Feel your hands hugging your emotional body through your own high heart. Breathe. Allow your vibration of your emotional body to raise as high as possible. Feel your hands hugging your mental body through your own high heart. Raising the vibration as high as possible of your mental body. Feel your hands hugging your physical body through your own high heart, wrapping themselves around your physical body. Raising the vibrational frequency of your physical body to the highest level that is in your highest good to vibrate at this time. Breathe into that intention. With your hands, give your spiritual body a wondrous hug, wrapping your energy around your spiritual body, helping it to be strong and healthy, raising the vibration of your spiritual body to the highest level that is in your highest good to experience. Dearly beloved, your paradigm now, where you are right this moment, can conquer all, can be in alignment with love in all things. When you are in alignment with love within yourself. That is all I ask. Breathe into that divine alignment. know that it is possible. Breathe into your heart. Love your heart. Allow that energy to expand. And so it is. We love you deeply. We see you. We honor you. We see your solutions. And we surround your fears with love. Namaste.
Namaste. That was beautiful. Thank you for joining us. Happy spring equinox or equinox, however you say it, from wherever you come from. Get out and enjoy nature with social distancing or physical distancing, and know that we deeply love you.
Namaste, y'all.
Namaste.